Here we go, Romick. Onthebuzzer.com, Halloween. Woohoo! I'm Reggie Bush for this year for Halloween. Who are you gonna be?
Reggie Bush college or Reggie Bush NFL?
Reggie Bush.
Like Reggie Bush that can score a touchdown?
Reggie Bush accepting money from the boosters, Reggie Bush.
I like it.
Who are you gonna be?
I'm gonna be you.
Woo! So you're gonna be knowledgeable about sports and stuff.
I don't know, read the post.
Alright. NCAA recap of Week 9, college football. A couple big games this weekend. This one, you know, some people expected it to be a shocker. I didn't. I think you did. You expected Penn State to pound Ohio State.
I didn't say pound. I thought they might pull a little upset. Ohio State showing that they belong as the #1 team in the country.
But this is the first real team I think they've played, if you can count Penn State as a real team.
They've got maybe like one more test down the road. Other than that, other than Michigan, at Michigan, these guys are cruising the national championship game.
Yeah, Ohio State pounded 37-17.
Can we give Jim Tressel some love? I mean, this guy's in the mix like every year.
You know, I think it's the bowl games is where he just doesn't do it.
I think he's won a national championship though.
Like
Few years back when they beat Miami.
How many times have they been in the bowl? Did they get pounded by Florida last year?
They did, but I think that 60-day layoff after their last game in the bowl game kind of might have hurt them.
Same thing's going to happen this year again.
Maybe.
So it's going to be another 30 to 45 days. I don't know. Let's talk about another game. Boston College at Virginia Tech. On Thursday night, everyone expected Boston College to lose. Same thing that happened in South Florida. Same thing that's happened every other
you calling the upset.
You sure?
I do remember that, saying Virginia Tech was going to beat Boston College.
I was hot. I was on a roll. I've called every upset this year already. I'm bound to get one wrong.
Think Matt Ryan solidified the Heisman?
Yeah, definitely. He went
I
in
don't
there.
think so.
No, why not?
I don't think so.
Let me explain. First of all, he went in there, didn't do anything the first half, comes in, throws 2 touchdowns with 2.5 minutes in the game. Are you kidding me?
I just wasn't that impressed with his game.
Whose game are you impressed with?
I mean, the Virginia Tech quarterback did just enough a good a job as Matt Ryan did.
Not good enough.
Not good enough.
You're at home and score 10 points at home. That's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, but I mean, I was unimpressed with Boston College. I think they might hit a snag along the way.
I don't even know if they play anyone good.
Where are they? The Big East, the ACC. The ACC is weak. They can run the table in the ACC.
Who they play? Duke, Maryland, a bunch of
NC State, Clemson,
a bunch of college basketball teams. I don't know. I'm not. They're there because no one else is.
Yeah.
So all they have to do is win.
It's a good story though. I'm rooting for them.
Yeah.
Golden Domers.
I don't know how exciting the Ohio State Boston College national title game is going to be.
It might not be that exciting, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Let's talk about someone we're a little bit more familiar with here on the West Coast, especially with your West Coast bias.
I do have.
USC going to Cal
and
or California, Oregon. USC going to Oregon. They play the Ducks, and what happens? They lose by 7. This game wasn't as close as the score shows. They were down by 14 with 5 minutes left. They didn't have a chance in the beginning.
Are you jumping off the Sanchez bandwagon and jumping on to the JD Booty bandwagon?
I'm jumping off the quarterback and the whole USC offense bandwagon. That's all I'm saying. I mean, the defense did what they're supposed to do. Oregon's got a sick offense.
This USC team was just a product of overhype before the season started. Some people were calling them the greatest college football team, quite possibly of all time. And here they are with 2 losses. And it doesn't get any easier for them with Cal and Arizona State coming up.
These guys, my prediction, they're going to be out of the top 25 by the end of the year.
That's a bold prediction.
After being in it for at least the past 5 years, that's ridiculous. I don't know how you go from #1 ranked to we don't know who our quarterback is. We don't know who our starting running back is.
I think they need to fire Pete Carroll. Fire Pete Carroll.
No, we're just joking. We love Pete Carroll. He's the only thing that's working on that team. No quarterback, no running back, no wide receivers. The only thing they have, the only stable is the tight end for Davis. That's it.
Isn't the defense
doing their job?
A little bit.
I mean, they're doing what they're supposed to do, but I mean, if you're only scoring 17 points in a game,
turnovers just killed them.
For a national powerhouse, these guys are supposed to have all blue chip players.
But the thing is that the rest of the Pac-10 is catching up and quite possibly passing USC. Oregon is a legitimate powerhouse now. Arizona State. Cal's hit some bumps in the road, but they're for real too.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? The Washingtons, hey, they beat UCLA this weekend. I think both of them beat UCLA this weekend.
Anybody can beat anybody in the Pac-10.
I mean, do we talk about the Carl Durrell firings again? One great game.
Please fire that guy.
Is it him, or can he just not get his team to step up for the?
He's lost his team. His team tuned him out. He's done.
Who did you bring in?
Nobody.
Just have like a player coach.
Oh, who should they bring in? They need to bring in an ex-NFL guy, somebody reputable that brings credibility to the
But
program.
no like Wansteads or crap like that,
No
or like
Wanstead.
Callahans or something.
Somebody that's actually had like slight success in the NFL.
Art Shell.
Not Art Shell. Somebody that still has a pulse.
Okay, let's also talk about the Cinderella story this year had been South Florida.
Your alma mater, South Florida.
My alma mater, South Florida. They were number 2 a couple weeks ago, 2 losses in a row. Now to UConn. When did UConn become a football powerhouse?
Ray Allen, Danielle Marshall,
Khalid El-Amin.
Yeah. Donnie Marshall.
Now they lose 15-22 in Connecticut, and you know what? Thanks for coming, I guess. I hate to say it, but
It's tough. I mean, they've only had like a football program for what, 10 years now? They're going in the right direction. It's gonna take them some time.
Hey, at least the fans they can jump on, like you can just jump onto the Gators bandwagon or.
But what about quietly the UConn doing it with only 1 loss? Can we give the Huskies some love here?
Definitely. They're ranked now. I'm thinking.
I mean, the Big East is a joke. It's a joke.
I thought 911 is a joke.
That too.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of these jokey conferences. Who would have thought? And I'm gonna go out and say it. Surprise, surprise! The Pac-10 is one of the stronger conferences out there.
Really?
Yeah, with
I
2
did not
teams
know that.
ranked in the top 5. No, because you get a lot of these posts like Pac-10
Look, everybody
pussies,
knows
Pac-10
Pac-10
this.
and SEC and everybody else.
Yeah, I don't know.
What about the big upset? Georgia beating Florida handily.
It was at Georgia, first of all. I had my hopes because Tim Tebow's like one of my dogs, you know.
Yeah.
Me and him, we're like this. We're like this. But
Did you guys date for a little while?
yeah, you know, we
don't wanna talk about
we messed around under the bleachers, but that's about it. Tim Tebow, what happened? What happened to the team? Lead them. Lead me.
The transition year for Florida. Give them some time. They lost
How
a
did
lot
you
of guys.
transition? You went from you still have your quarterback. That's what you need. You need a quarterback.
That's first year quarterback.
He didn't quarterback last year?
Chris leaked it.
All right then.
Alright.
I'm glad. I'm just testing you.
Alright.
Well, stay tuned next week for our Week 10 preview. We might let Edge back in. He's still on probation after going 40% on his picks this year. You got anything to add?
We miss you, Edge. Come back.
Only with better picks on Onthebuzzer.com.
You throw the dice?
Go. David.